Mike's high, set the tone. Lily's in the booth, claiming the throne. Podcast, you already know. Turn it up loud, let the truth get thrown. Podcast, turn it up loud. Say the things they ain't allowed. Mic check, who's running the show? Lily Abernathy, let them all know. Countdown, we ain't gonna stop. Start the countdown, we ain't gonna stop. Mike's hard, set the tone. Lily's in the booth, claiming the throne. Podcast, you already know. Turn it up loud, let the truth get thrown. The countdown, we ain't gonna stop.
All right, let's talk about a podcast that everyone needs to be listening to, Digital Bazooka. This show is pure comedy genius. And let's get this straight. Yeah, they're from Philly, but they're not part of that group of comics whose careers are only thriving because they're friends with Shane Gillis. These guys built their own thing, and it shows. It's hosted by James Moss and Drew Montana, two guys who have turned prank calls into an art form. And I don't mean the corny, is your refrigerator running? Prank calls. Well, maybe sometimes. These guys are absolute professionals at making the most unhinged, ridiculous phone calls you've ever heard. If you like chaotic energy, absurd conversations, and the kind of humor that makes you genuinely fear for the sanity of the people involved, then Digital Bazooka is mandatory listening. One of my absolute favorite episodes is the one with Tim Butterly, where they just start cold calling taxidermists to see if they can get a dolphin stuffed. I mean, that's comedy gold right there. Just the setup alone is already insane, and the way these guys sell it, like they're actually serious about wanting to immortalize a dolphin in their living room, it's perfect. The taxidermist's reactions, priceless.
Open Acres?
Hi, is this the taxidermist?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank God. Maybe you can help me, maybe not. I've called 4 other taxidermists so far, and what I'm trying to find is someone who is able to stuff and mount a dolphin.
You can't.
What do you mean?
I mean, exactly that. You can't. Okay. Are you talking about a bull dolphin, as in mahi-mahi, or a bottlenose dolphin?
People keep mentioning these mahi-mahis. I've never heard them called dolphins before. I'm talking about like an aquatic mammal dolphin who meant a lot to my family.
Okay. The answer to your question is no. The reason why you can't mount one of those things, I'm not 100% positive on this, but I believe that they are protected and an animal that is illegal to mount. And number 2, because of the skin, it's not so much of a scaled skin, it's more of a hide. It would have to be a reproduction. And I have never even seen a bottlenose dolphin reproduction.
Is a reproduction, do they use any of the elements of the original animal?
None.
No, so it's basically just a sculpture.
It's a sculpture, yep. And I mean, I don't know what size you were looking at, but they run $18 an inch, and if it's a full mature dolphin, you're going to be looking probably at $2,000 if that was to take place.
He was a full-grown adult male.
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Yeah, I don't even know that there's any forms out there. You know what the length is?
I do know that he was considered on the small end for an adult male,
Okay.
I think he was 9 feet, but I'd have to double check that. Um, but you're saying it's a technical impossibility. I looked up the legality of it, and because he passed peacefully, it is legal for us to preserve the carcass. And that's as long as we don't eat any of it. But I I think whether or not we follow those statutes comes down to whether or not we're going to find someone that can preserve our guy for us.
I don't think you're going to find anybody that's going to preserve it as a skin mount because it what's going to happen is because it's not a scaled fish, it's a skin hide style fish. Over time, that hide is going to crack and break,
Well,
and then
how is
you're
that
going
any different from like a deer? Don't they have skin?
to it's 100% different than a deer, sir.
Uh,
It takes
excuse my ignorance. I'm very sorry. I just figured, we're all mammals. We all have skin. There's got to be something we can cure it with. I mean, what I'm figuring after these repeated conversations with taxidermists, it sounds like it's possible, but it's just no one's taken the time to figure it out.
Well, that could be. I can tell you from my personal experience, I've never done. You're the first person in 22 years of business that's called me about a dolphin, a bottlenose dolphin. Um, so unless it's a reproduction, I'm not going to. I'm not even going to consider it.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of I won't. It starts out as I can't, and then I kind of press them, and then it turns very slowly into I won't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Because what's going to happen down the line um, is if I was to take that on and I messed it up, then ultimately you're going to be in a position where you can sue me. And I'm like, and that's just not going to happen.
I, I
Line comes down to.
I'm telling you, listen to me. I don't mean to sound aggressive. I am a personal injury attorney. We can get a waiver so that you're completely legally
You're not hearing me. You're not
okay.
hearing me.
Go
Okay.
ahead. I'm sorry.
If you want to do it as a reproduction, I will look into it um, to see if there's even forms out there because I don't even know if there is. But if you're talking about doing a preserved body skin mount, no, not going to do it.
I mean,
I, I'm
look,
not trying to do
eventually
that.
I'm gonna find someone that says yes, and they're gonna, and obviously it's not gonna be perfect. This is kind of unexplored territory, but
Yeah.
someone's got to take the first crack at these things.
Who have you? I'll tell you the person that you need to call who could probably give you more information about doing this than I can. Um, Todd Rapley's Taxidermy.
How do you spell his last name?
R-E-E Rapelle, I think. Not positive on that.
Todd Rapley Taxidermy.
Yeah. He's up in Gloucester or Goochland County, past Richmond. He is world renowned, world famous. He is the man in Virginia, and he's going to be the one who can give you the answers that you want to hear. And if he says no, then take it for face value because this guy is absolutely amazing.
You're telling me if anyone has the stones for this procedure, it's Todd Rapley.
Todd Rapley, and I don't know if he would even do it.
Wow. I'm telling, and I respect your stance on this, but I'm telling you, there's probably going to be a pretty big Reddit post about this in the future. And when you see those upvotes, I think you're going to really kick yourself.
There's going to be a what?
A Reddit post about this.
What is that?
Reddit, the website where people kind of like share their interests and stuff. It's like the biggest website on the internet.
Oh,
And
okay.
when I get back to the marine uh mammal community and you can cross post it to the taxidermy community, I think this is
Okay.
going to be a huge post. And I'm not saying that to try to like sway you. I'm just letting you know like this is going to be a big deal.
So what you're telling me is you're going to badmouth me if I don't take the work?
No. That's not, no. You're taking me the opposite. I'm saying that when this succeeds, and it will, this is going to be something maybe to celebrate. And I didn't even know that when I started this process. I wanted my kids to be able to fondly remember this dolphin that they spent so much time with. And
Good.
everyone said reproduction, and I just said that's not good enough. That's like I don't want my kids like sitting in the living room staring at a statue of their old friend. It has to be the real deal. And now it sounds like I've taken on maybe a pretty important cause in the terms of animal preservation.
Well, you might have taken on more than you can chew too, because you might not find anybody that's willing to take that on.
Brother, if I thought like that, I'd seriously end it today.
Okay.
You know,
Well, I mean, I wish you good luck in your search. If anybody, as you put it, has the stones to take it on, then I would try Todd Rapoli, and talk to him and see what he's got to say about the situation.
I'm going to call Todd and I'm going to say, listen, dude, I've talked to, at this point, 5 other taxidermists. They all said you're too scared to try this, and I'll see how he takes it.
Okay. If you want to use that analogy, you go right ahead.
I'll try it. I mean, we'll see what works.
Okay. Just to let you know, while we've been talking, I calculated the price of a reproduction, and you are looking at $2,000.
You said 2,000.
2,000, yeah.
And now our actual are the live preservations, are those typically more or less expensive than reproduction?
They're less.
They're less. Okay, got you. See, yeah, they just make more sense all around. Yeah, maybe if everyone had like a mounted dolphin, I'd think about reproduction, but no, I got to take this all the way.
Okay.
I have to be like the Elon Musk of preserving dolphins now and be like the guy that like really takes this to the top. Well,
I'll get you up.
thank you so much for your help and for the recommendation. Let's see what Todd says.
Okay.
All right, man.
Take care.
Appreciate it.
We gotta call Todd now. We gotta call Todd.
Taxidermists are fucking cowards. You should have called him a coward.
Well, I mean, I did.
Yeah.
So many words.
See if Tom has the
We're
stones.
gonna call Todd Raffle.
We got to, dude. The only thing that makes sense.
And this is just one episode. Every week, they're out there terrorizing normal people over the phone in the funniest ways possible. But the real magic is that they never come off as mean-spirited. They're not trying to humiliate people. They're just dropping the most bizarre, nonsensical, sometimes terrifying requests and seeing how people react. It's the perfect mix of insanity and improvisation. I genuinely don't know why more people aren't talking about it. Let's talk about Drew Montana for a second, because this man is putting in work. Not only is he co-hosting Digital Bazooka, but he's also part of another wildly popular show, Durag and the Deer Tag. If you're not familiar, Durag and the Deer Tag is another must-listen podcast, where Drew, Naim Ali, and Rob Cruz just let loose about anything and everything. It's some of the best comedic chemistry out there. And if that wasn't enough, Drew also happens to be dating Kerin Feehan, which means he's in elite-level toxic relationship banter territory at all times. Kidding. Kind of. That alone should tell you this man knows how to handle chaos and dish it right back out. Now, if you need more convincing, consider this. Josh Potter once prank called Louis J. Gomez on the show.
Hello?
Hey, how are you? My name's Jerry. I'm calling from the Neighborhood Society. We just had a few complaints about your lawn care, and I wanted to just address them with you. Maybe you didn't see, like, when you moved in, the parameters for the lawns.
That's impossible. I think you're calling the wrong number.
No, is this Louis?
It is?
Yeah, I just we weren't sure about the bushes and things like that. We were calling because we had some complaints. I haven't been out to purvey it myself yet, so I just wanted to discuss it with you.
The other house. I'm sorry. I have a few different homes.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about the one.
Yes, sir. Yes, that's not where you're currently at. You don't live...
No. My son's mother lives there, and I live there part time. So what's the issue?
It was just the hedges were a little unkempt, and also we wanted to discuss, 4th of July is coming up, and we weren't sure if you were planning on decorating and things like that. So we wanted to, just make sure things were going to get handled before, because, the kids, they love coming around 4th of July and seeing the decorations. And I know you haven't participated in the past, but we thought maybe we can encourage you.
I mean, I've been over there for a while. I don't really know. I mean, not for nothing. I don't really notice the neighborhood being particularly more kept than the house. And I also don't. I didn't notice anything happening crazy on 4th of July. Maybe I'm just like a little disconnected here.
Well, we're trying to spruce things up for the last couple of years, and I'm not sure when you were there last, what year it might have been, but since the pandemic.
No, I'm
we've
there.
just
I'm there almost every day. I mean, my son lives there.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't seen. I mean, just down the road there's a couple of great decorations already put up for Memorial Day. I'm not sure if they're going to keep that flair for 4th of July.
No, I mean, well, my sister lives 3 doors up. I'm very familiar. I live as well. I've been for quite some time, so this is the first time that I'm ever hearing of any sort of neighborhood initiative to make things nicer. And then I will pass the information along to my son's mother. She typically takes care of that yard and the bushes. But yeah, I mean, is it part? We've signed to be on a part of any sort of association, or I'm just trying to understand what the parameters are here.
Oh, it's just it's just trying to keep the neighborhood safe and look nice. And I'm glad we got to talk then. If you haven't been aware of the initiative, because boy, we'd love more support and help on board. If you'd ever like to volunteer, we'd love to have you. And I'm glad we could raise awareness to you about it, because we are trying to get out there more, and I'm like I said, I hadn't seen the bushes myself, so maybe there isn't an issue. Maybe it could just be a couple of squeaky
to be honest with
wheels.
you, I don't really see there being an issue. The bushes are pretty much, yeah. I mean, let me have a conversation with them.
Yeah, if they could keep them taut. Taut is really, I think, the optimum word to describe how we'd like the bushes kept. But it's just something that we wanted to address.
What is your organization called?
It's the neighborhood initiative.
Neighborhood
society.
initiative.
Excuse me, neighborhood society. Excuse me, I misspoke.
The neighborhood society. Do you guys have meetings? A website? What is it?
We have a meeting every third Tuesday of the month. It's over just at the schoolhouse not nearby, and we meet and we discuss different things.
What school?
The elementary.
Elementary?
Yeah, it's the elementary school nearby.
Yeah, so there's no really elementary. I have kids that go to school over there. What's your name?
My name's Jeff.
Jeff. Yeah, I'm just trying. Here's the thing. I'm just trying to understand who you are and how you got my number.
Oh no, it's we have the directory of all the people that live in the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yep, we have a right here full list.
So you can understand my concern, the fact that you don't know actually the name of the school in the neighborhood, but you're a part of this initiative to protect the neighborhood for the kids. You can understand how that's a little weird to me, right?
Which well, let's get back to the bushes. I mean, I think that's really the key.
No, I think it's a
here.
little strange that I think it's strange that you're calling me.
Well, we're just calling because we the neighborhood wants things to be up and up. That's all.
I'm the neighborhood. Listen to me. I'm the neighborhood. What are you talking about? The neighborhood wants. I'm the neighborhood. I have family. I have 2 different family members on that block. I also live. I am the neighborhood. So what does the neighborhood want?
Just some tidy bushes is all, and maybe some flair for 4th of July. That's all we're calling about today.
I find it strange that you don't actually know anything about the neighborhood, yet you're telling me what the neighborhood wants. What's your last name, Jeff?
Jeff Lorley.
Jeff Lorley, you live Street?
Yes, sir. 604.
Gotcha. You should probably know your stuff a little bit more before you start randomly calling people and tell them to cut their bushes. We're not part of any sort of cooperative. We're not part of anything. We've never signed anything stating that we have to keep.
Oh, this isn't by the law. The law isn't going to get involved.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it's a little strange to be receiving a call like this, and then when you tell me that you meet at the school every third Tuesday, but you don't know the name of the school, it's kind of strange to me.
Yeah, I didn't know the name of the school. I apologize.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is something that I neglect. I'm not attending all the meetings. I volunteer just like we'd like you to, and I was just making the call about the bushes. I apologize for not knowing the name of the
Okay,
school.
Jeff, is there like a number or somebody that I can call to speak to about this besides you? Like, the actual number of the organization or whoever's in charge of this? Because it's a little rude. Number one, it's rude. Number two, it's weird. I don't like the fact that you don't actually have the information about the school, yet you have my phone number and my address. It's very strange to me. I do not like the fact that you're calling me. I don't like the fact that you have my number. So who can I speak to? You don't even know the name of the organization, by the way. You said it was whatever, and then you said, oh, no, it's not that. It's this, right? So you don't know your...
I am the neighborhood.
The neighborhood was almost got me, dude.
He's a beast.
Digital Bazooka has had some seriously great guests over time. Jiaoying Summers and Lemaire Lee have both made appearances, bringing their own brand of chaos to the prank-calling madness. Even Mike Rainey has shown up. Kyle Regan and Ben Starb are also regulars who always manage to keep up with James and Drew, making for some of the funniest and most unpredictable episodes. Also, let's be clear, James Moss is a seriously talented and funny guy. His comedic timing and ability to keep these calls going with such effortless absurdity is next level. He's not just good at prank calls, he's a straight-up comedy assassin who makes every interaction unpredictable and hilarious. If you're sleeping on James Moss, wake up. Get this man on the Crowder Boys. Every podcast claims to be the funniest one out there. But Digital Bazooka is one that actually delivers. So if you're still listening to this and haven't switched to an episode of Digizuki, stop being retarded. Go find the Tim Butterly Dolphin episode, get a drink, roll a J, or pop a perk 30 and prepare to lose your mind. You can thank me later. Lily Abernathy, signing off. Thanks for watching.
Corn-fed crypto Christians.
Oh, full house tonight.
Robbie's here.
Everywhere you look.
Hey, Robbie.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
The amazing Jay.
It's not loud enough. I gotta turn this louder
Why are you gay?
on the.
I wrote a
soundboard.
letter to Robbie today. Hope he thinks it's cool and chill. How about a black pug named George Floyd? And he also has breathing issues. I'm not a cop. Is this legal or financial advice? Thank you, Drew Huntley.
Drew said he was drunk and high when he wrote that. If we go back up,
Drew
he said he
is
was drunk.
always
Did Drew even
drunk.
know I was going to be on this show?
No, he didn't.
That's
No.
amazing.
What does this mean? Hey, Robbie, what does Sam think of Cooper?
Wow. Well, let's just say that I hope he comes for the friggin' Knicks because he's just a really classy player, just a really class act. Great fundamentals. Just you know that it's a good white guy when his name is Cooper.
Yeah, Robbie, I bet you love anal G's.
Anal jeans?
Anal jeans.
I do have a huge ass.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Hello, sharks. This is our idea. Jeans with the butt plug built into them. Anal jeans.
Okay.
They gotta have a trap door in them, though.
Anal jeans.
Yeah, anal jeans.
I mean, why not? The
Mr.
two top-
Wonderful, I'm looking for $200,000 for.
I'll take 20.
I'll sell you 20 pairs of butt plug jeans for $20,000.
I'm sorry, I forgot the concept of the show that we're investing in a company. I just really wanted this product.
Yeah, I just really wanted a pair of jeans that fucked me in the ass.
You know what? Maybe that's what it was because both
And that's
Gap.
why they call me Mr. Wonderful.
He's heir to the Levi fortune, so he's Jewish. You know, Levi Strauss was Jewish.
Thank you for saying it.
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah.
The veins in my forehead were ripped.
Yeah. Levi isn't actually a name; it's Levi.
Yeah.
And yeah. so
Strauss? That sounds
yeah.
German.
There's a lot of German Jews, Rob.
Why? Well, why'd they do it here? Why didn't they start their company in Germany? Why did they start it here? It doesn't make any sense to me. Did something happen?